Hello, happy Tuesday. Sorry I've been missing. I've been busy. This, that, the other. Not a lot of crocheting, but I have been busy. What's going on in my life? We'll do that bit first. I don't know whether, when you were on Saturday Live, you would know I had to go to the A&E on Saturday because my leg was hurting so much. A long going thing. My leg keeps giving me stabbing pains, and I've been to the doctors about I don't know how many times over the last 2 years, and I've had about 3 different diagnoses, none of which they thought obviously seriously enough to send me to the hospital. Anyway, I went to A&E, which wasn't really the right place because I wasn't desperately dying and my leg wasn't hanging off. But I did at least get a letter from them to my GP that's made my GP sit up and notice a little bit more. And it's probably to do with my poor circulation and my veins and one thing and another. But before they do anything, I've got to go for blood tests again tomorrow. So the lovely vampire lady will be sticking her needle in my arm again tomorrow. Anyway, I took my niece with me this time for backup, just in case she shouted at me for going to A&E, but she didn't. She was very nice. Different doctor. Never see the same one twice. You know, but she did ramble on and on and on about compression bandages. Tried them, don't work. Rubbing anti-inflammatory cream on them. Tried it, don't work. Various other things. Elevate your leg. Tried it, don't work, you know. Does she not think I've tried everything over the last 2 years? I'm getting to the end of my tether now, but that's another story. Anyway, I have finished, well, I haven't actually, I'm telling a fib. I've still got to stitch on the pockets so you can see some coloured blobs, that's the pins. It's the Frida Kahlo jacket, but I've done it in the cream base this time with more subtle colours. My lady that bought the black one off me, which was like that one. It's a free pattern, by the way, if you go to Paint Mox Yarns. It's a Frida Kahlo blooming bomber jacket. The pattern's designed by Katie Jones, but it's in the Frida Kahlo style. The lady who got the black one gave me a lovely review on my Etsy, saying that it was more like a work of art than a garment, so I was quite chuffed about that. I don't always get feedback from people who buy things from me, so it's nice when I know that people like things. Ooh. As to whether it's going on Etsy or not, I don't know yet. We're still umming and ahhing about what to do with a web page and what to do. As you know, I'm getting annoyed with Etsy for taking so much money off me for what they don't seem to be doing for me. So I don't know. I really don't know. All I can suggest is if you like this, get in touch with me. Personal message via Facebook. You know, and I'll give you a price and tell you what size it is. I will say it isn't one of my cheaper ones because of all the work that was involved in it. There's a lot of hours in this, and also a lot of ends to stitching, which made it quite a labour intensive garment. So, which is why I get a bit annoyed that like Etsy makes more profit out of something than I do, you know. I've just also finished this. This is, I've got one more custom order to do before I say that's it. I'm still doing the brown sweater. I've done the back and started the front on that. And I've finished the beige little waistcoat pattern, which is for one of my customers who's also bought a couple of other things off my Etsy shop, so I'll be posting all these off maybe tomorrow if I get them all parcelled up. Maybe tomorrow I'll post them all off. I have to go to the post office with something else I've done as well. So, do you know, when I was working, I had more time than what I have now I'm retired. So, yeah, I've had a couple of phone calls today. Well, I've had 3 phone calls actually. I've done very well today, which is why I haven't been doing much in the way of crochet. Yeah, all very nice phone calls. All, yeah, 1, 2, 3. One of them was Sue. She's sorry she didn't come last week, and she's hoping to come this Friday. So, fingers crossed. And poor Kelly, I'm missing chatting to her because she's done something to her phone. and she's hoping to take it to get repaired tomorrow. So I'm really missing having a chit chat with Kelly. I'm feeling a bit like Billy No Mate, so I'm glad Sue rang me up. So it was nice to have a conversation. Little Gigi isn't here. He went home this morning, purely because his parents obviously haven't seen him since Thursday. So they wanted to have a little play with him today, because they're probably back in work tomorrow. And so he was very, very glad, well, to see his daddy. His daddy came for him. Very, very happy to see him. So he went off with a big smile and a tail wag. Ooh, my daddy's come for me. And so I don't know whether I'm having him tomorrow or not. Time will tell. Time will tell. I was hoping to hoover, because Gigi doesn't like the hoover. And I don't like hoovering when he's gone home, because we've got little ones next door. And all in all, they're fairly quiet, so I don't want to sort of annoy them by starting hoovering late at night when they're asleep. So you have to live and let live, don't you, when you live in a conjoined house, let's say. Well, it's not conjoined, I don't know what you mean. You know, there's two houses together. We call them a semi-detached over here in the UK. I'm not sure quite what you call them over in the US, or even if you have them, the two houses linked together. I mean, obviously by a brick wall, we've got two separate entrances. We don't like live in the same place. But, yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, what have I got to show you is issue 81 of Simply Crochet. Yeah? I got this in the supermarket on Saturday. It came with a lovely amigurumi booklet with it, you know, along with it, which is great if you like amigurumis. I love amigurumis, I just don't like making them. So this will be wending its way down, no doubt, to Shan when I finally get round to packing up your box, Shan. That's the dolly. What's she called? Is it a rabbit or... Oh yeah, bunny hopper. I think it's a doll wearing a bunny hat, isn't it? It's quite good to say it's a booklet that's come with it. These are lovely, aren't they? Otterly and Love. Two little otters. They're quite sweet. And that's a silly sausage. It's a sausage dog, but done in bright colours. I did make a monkey once, if you remember that monkey that was going round everywhere. A long time ago. I did knit a monkey and send it. It's in Kentucky somewhere now. And that's a koi carp on the bag. The bag's not crochet, it's just you put it on the bag. Gelato Girl. Oh, I suppose, yes, she looks like an ice cream with a cone on top of her head, doesn't she? Yeah. I've been watching Jonah, if you ever watch him. Jonah's Hands, it's called. He's a young man, I think he's 11. Fantastic crocheter for his age and so fast. He's on YouTube and he's on Instagram, I think. Called Jonah's Hands. If you look on my Facebook Urban Gypsy page, I've got a link to him on there. And these are little sweet ones, aren't they? Bedtime creatures, whatever they are, all dressed in the... Looks like little nighties to me. They're ever so sweet. This one's just an article, it's not the pattern. I think it's just showing how she designs these things and stuff like that. Here we go. Henry J. Fox. Mr. Fox. Mr. Rayno. I wonder why they're called Raynaud's disease. It can't be after the fox, surely. You know when your fingers go dead, Raynaud's disease. That's a pretzel brooch. Don't like pretzels. A bit salty for me. Robbie the Robot. Actually, I don't think I'm going to the post office with this big box thing for sure. I'll send it by Hermes, it's cheaper that way. Bertie Bear. Don't know whether that's it or not now. Oh no, we've got Sleepy Bunny. It looks like a bunny sort of sitting on a blanket, doesn't it? I don't know if you can see it or not, it's grey. Might be a bit hard to see on the camera. And oh, Splish Splash Girl, a mermaid with a bow tie. If you can hear anything, that's my stomach growling, which it shouldn't be, because it shouldn't be hungry. But apparently it is. Right, the magazine it came with is the Simply Crochet issue 81, and that's the front cover if you're looking for it in the supermarket. For once it wasn't covered in plastic. That's probably because there wasn't a freebie with it. Well, there was a freebie, there was a magazine with it, but there wasn't any goodies like, yeah. Let's have a look what we've got here. Have a look in the little book. Oh, there's actually a little article about Jonah in there. Jonah's hands. There he is. So he's very famous. I just watched a video of him today, and I think it was Amazon had sent him a big box full of stuff. And other people had sent him stuff as well. Now this, I have no clue why you would want to crochet an apron. What is the point of that? You can't boil wash it when you spill anything stainy on it, you know. Like if you make a curry or something, you know, and you splodge it on there, you're never going to get it off crochet, are you? And I've never seen the point to these crochet cakes. Never. It's either a cake you eat or it's crochet. Never the twain shall meet. These are pot holders and a tea cosy. Or is it a coffee cosy with that shape? I'm not too sure. Yeah, that's the apron. I'm scared to death of those mittens. They're supposed to be oven mittens. I mean, what are they made out of? If they were acrylic, they'd melt, wouldn't they? No, I like my my oven gloves to be made of fabric with a non-burny lining in the middle of them, you know what I mean? I might be wrong, they might be doing something different, but True Colours, that's just doing shoelaces out of a chain stitch, really. Nothing brilliant or new about that, really, is there? I suppose people have been doing that for years. That's the front cover cardigan. I'm not sure I like it in the cake yarn that fades from one colour to the other. I think I'd be more inclined to make it into one colour, but then I'm just boring. The stitch is nice. Adverts, 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 adverts. That's a nice hat. Got one of those furry pom-poms on. And that's called a party animal. So a little, don't know whether it's supposed to be a puppy or what, it's supposed to be a chihuahua or what. But it's got a party hat on anyway. I don't think it says what it's supposed to be, does it? No, it just says it's a puppy. Not this Up All Hours Party Pug, the brain puppy of Irene Strange. Never heard of a brain puppy. Another article about somebody or other with eclectic stitch, if you can see it. That's a sweater with a big star in the middle. I'm not sure I'd like this because it looks so it's got big baggy arms that droop down. I hate anything that's that shape, you know, that like drops down over your hands. It's just not my thing at all. The Year of the Dragon. My goodness, they've got huge balls of wool, haven't they? And a massive, massive hook. As I said before, I've never seen the appeal. It looks to me like it'd really, that's my PC, just ignore it. Like it'd really fluff up, pill up, you know, you get big bubbles on it. It's so untwisted, isn't it? Excuse me, here is my doorbell. I need to go. I may come back, I may not.